for something that the sages in all cultures for thousands of years have said. We are all one because our consciousnesses are not confined to our skulls. The Global Consciousness Project started in 1998. The idea was that if really large numbers of people feel the same emotion and think the same thoughts, they create a real consciousness that makes the world different from what it would have been. The implication is to find out whether consciousness and intention and emotions and so forth are stuck inside your head, or if they extend outward as a kind of mind-matter connection.
How does that work?
This is one of two kinds of random number generators. You get ones and zeros at a really high rate of speed. Mathematically, we expect the average to be right in the middle. 50 will be ones, 50 will be zeros. And it really is like an electronic coin flipper.
You flip a coin 100 times and it would be 50-50?
That's right. We do that in 65 locations around the world, continuously, day after day, 24/7 for years.
Counting ones and zeros.
Counting ones and zeros during the great outpourings of emotion in the world. These devices stop producing random data.
Give me one, for instance. What's an event you measured?
Events like Princess Diana's funeral, bombings of the embassies in Africa, the tsunami that killed 250,000 people, terrorist attacks of various kinds. We look also at pleasant events like New Year's or religious celebrations. We'll look at the data, and what we find is a change from 50-50 odds to something different from that.
As soon as a big event happens that everyone sees or pays attention to, you'd find a deviation in those numbers.
Yeah. It's possible that interpenetrating consciousness is no longer random, but it's creating a kind of pattern, you might say a resonant wave, and that resonant wave carries information, and these devices are responding to this special state of consciousness. I think it's possible that the global consciousness might also have something like a premonition. For example, on 9/11, one of our measures started changing several hours before the first plane hit. So the random number generators are generating their normal random walk. And then at about 4:30 in the morning, Eastern time, this random walk starts going up like this. This is the time when the events were taking place in our normal consciousness.
Right.
But the global consciousness was already responding 4 hours early. This is what should have happened.
It should remain the same.
Yep, it should have just continued like this. The odds against this happening are like, 100,000 to 1.
Your random number generators are reacting to us.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're saying we reacted to the Twin Towers before the tragedy even happened?
Yeah. What it means, well beyond the data, which are scientifically interesting, is that when we are brought together, either by external events or because we want to be together, we change the world.
There is a transition happening. We are moving